calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. You talk about this Washington defense.
And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because, guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Touchdown, Vikings! Derrick Henry.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Commanders 0.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Commanders come up now 1st and 10
at their own 16.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing here, Howell.
It got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Dotson in motion right. First down, Howell to throw.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Now Howell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 20.
Here's Howell.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Back to throw. Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2nd and 10. Howell changing the play here.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this is caught. It's Brown.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Dotson in motion right. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Howe will throw it. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Another throw for Howell.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
It's taken to the 26. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Anthony Schwartz, the intended target.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
To throw is Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They go play action with Wilson.
This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. Touchdown! T.J. Hawkinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the 1st half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
And that is incomplete.
With this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right.
Pass complete to Addison. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And they snap him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz,
his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Panther 60. Panther 60. 18 rather.
Al down to throw it.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Powell. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Through the middle of the field.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Off play action. It's Howell.
And that will be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Play action. Now Wilson.
And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 32 that time.
Okay, ready?
A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, Wilson.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Cooper Kupp
From 10 yards out.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0.
42. Commanders nothing.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Powell out of the shotgun. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Commanders nothing.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Samuel going to go in motion right. Powell throwing on 3rd down here.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the draw, it's Gibson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
That's good for Washington. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 9. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. From 17 yards out. And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Deron Payne in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Vikings 42, Commanders 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Now 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 18. On play action, they'll throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
down.
From the gun on third down, Howell.
He's got him in. Complete.
Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with now his second touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Commanders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Commanders 21.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
On third down, Wilson.
This will go to Henry out wide. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Play action. It's Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He dumps it off for Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
This is caught. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down, Howell to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's wonderful quarterback when you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe I just did that. If he puts a little more touch on that ball, the receiver's still running. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Now they'll send Kupp in motion right.
19 tackle. Alert! Alert! Hustle, hustle, hustle.
Henry fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Buying time to his left.
Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
On the set.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now throwing on 1st down here.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for Washington. And even 50 yards. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And that one too wide and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Howell looking to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. Now McManus will line up for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
Off the option, here's Henry. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 88 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense,